Hello from a sunny day 21. 3 weeks exactly I have been walking along this coast path, and finally, after days of nizzle and drizzle, the sun has made a wonderful appearance. About 15 miles of this lovely coastline today to Portwrinkle. We are passing through some great places today, coming up to a place called Looe and Looe Island, which is a marine conservation zone, and also the area around it has one of the largest colonies of blackback gulls in Cornwall and possibly the UK. Looe is a really important nature reserve as well. Looking forward to it. Just behind us here is Looe Nature Reserve. Now Looe is also known as St George's Island, and it's just about a mile offshore from the village of Looe, and the waters around it are a designated marine conservation zone. Owned and managed by the Cornwall Wildlife Trust. The conservation zone extends for about 5 kilometres along the shoreline here, so it's really special for its wildlife and its marine flora and fauna. The Cornwall Wildlife Trust and Surfers Against Sewage are the two charities I'm raising money for on my trek. I'm so nearly there, and if you haven't already donated, it would be amazing, any penny, to just help conserve these beautiful environments that I've been exploring. And thank you to all those who have already donated. It's really encouraging, and it's just such a boost. It's absolutely teeming with life, so this all helps support huge biodiversity. Now, blackback gulls are actually bullies in the seabird world. Their feeding behaviour is kleptoparasitic, which means that they basically steal other seabirds' food. Now, I've seen lots of examples of this where they literally swoop in and just grab it and fly off. And they're quite big birds as well, and they kind of muscle their way in. I actually saw it harassing a couple of guillemots a minute ago. When we normally think about pollinators, we all pretty much think about bees straight away, but actually butterflies are some of the most impressive pollinators around, because not only do some of the butterflies here migrate all the way from North Africa, so like the red admiral and the peacock butterfly, butterflies can actually transport pollen across larger distances. So where bees work a local patch of land very, very well and very diligently, butterflies can travel much larger distances and can ultimately increase the gene pool of the plants that they're pollinating by spreading the pollen across a larger area. They feed during the day when the flowers open, and they collect the pollen on their legs and on their face. And then when they feed to the next flower, they transport the pollen, and so it goes on. Another difference between butterflies and bumblebees is where bumblebees cannot see the colour red, but butterflies can. The relationship between the flower and the pollinator is one of the most mysterious and interesting of all, I think. And lots of research has been going into things like chemical cues, colour, attraction. Pollinators, bees especially, are very vulnerable to urbanisation and pesticides, and bees are very vulnerable to certain bee viruses. And of course, without pollinators, we do not have the food that we have on our table every night, because pretty much everything we eat, the source comes right back to the hard work of the humble bumblebee and the lovely butterfly. So we've just rounded the headland now, and you can see Looe Island from the other side, but we're still in the marine conservation zone. We're keeping our eyes peeled. We haven't seen anything really yet. It would be a perfect day to see some marine megafauna like basking shark, because they love the calm waters and the sunshine when they come up to the surface to feed on plankton. So fingers crossed for something like that. Kind of really struggling with tiredness today. I think it's just got a bit more weight in my pack because we're camping, and I think I'm just so close to finishing. My body's like, slow down, and I'm like, no. So nearly there. Yeah, big finish tomorrow, but still pushing to find as much as I can to communicate. There's flies everywhere. corner, and I see a sprawling city in the distance, and it must be Plymouth. I can see Plymouth! Devon! Oh my gosh, it's so weird. Oh, tomorrow's gonna be such a weird but such a good day. Just saw something that was really spectacular. What we think was a peregrine falcon swooping in to attack the buzzards, who I think clearly strayed into the peregrine's territory. So it all happened quite fast, so it was quite hard to capture what was going on. But the two buzzards were swooping in, circling really fast, and this peregrine was just darting in and out between them. It was such a spectacular sight. Blah 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 blah. The campsite is so much further than we thought. Fluffy slippers. I want fluffy slippers. So close, so close, so close. Tomorrow's big day, big day.